Hi, I'm Olivier Huinvan. I'm the Chief Science Officer and co-founder of Gluware.
And I'm Michael Howe, Vice President of Product Management. And it's great to be back here in the beautiful city of Prague. This is actually my third AutoCon, and it's incredible to see the community growing. It's really inspiring. Gluware is a commercial offering that we bring a purpose-built, intelligent network automation platform that is geared for the large multi-vendor complex enterprise. To start our talk, we just have two quick announcements to make in terms of news that has been coming out from Gluware. This one came out a few days ago in that we are launching what we call Gluware Labs. So if anyone saw the junior engineer talk, he raised some questions like, how do I need free access to software, I need good training, I need a support community. So hopefully he's out there and we're ticking all the boxes for you. The Gluware Labs, the initiative of the Builder Program enables you free access to our software, a full video training course, a support community on Discord, and a number of builder tools that we will be deep diving into shortly here. Another very exciting announcement for us is our partnership with Red Hat. Red Hat, can I just see a quick show? It's really bright up here. Quick show of hands, how many people use Red Hat in their environment? Okay. Well, Ansible. So thank you for that. It's very consistent with what we see, which is it is nearly everywhere. And even when Gluware comes in and helps folks automate complex network use cases, multi-vendor networks, oftentimes an Ansible island for servers and other certain jobs are a separate island of automation. And what's exciting now is that a gentleman who was the founder of Ansible, Saeed, joined our Gluware board not long ago. And he's helped us really understand how the two platforms are actually very complementary. And he helped bridge the relationship with the Red Hat and the Red Hat Ansible program. And through that, we've become partners. And so with this partnership, we're announcing, and just the PR came out today, so it's fresh news, is that we have a certified Ansible collection made up of plugins and modules that really help you integrate the islands where you can drive Gluware complex network automation directly through Ansible. So it's, again, a very exciting announcement for us. And just to add a little context to that, Ansible automation for networking is very easy to get started. You can get a module, you can build a playbook and start automating. Ansible is very strong on the server side. But sometimes you get to a point where, maybe it's too complex of a use case like EVP and VXLAN or OS upgrades or auditing, and you decide you got to take a deep dive into Python. Well, we're offering an alternative to that, which is a platform for complex network automation that now can really easily integrate with Red Hat. So we encourage you to check that out. So diving deeper into the Gluware solution, this visualization we like to call a transformation model. And we use it to talk with customers and prospects to figure out where they're at on their automation journey and then to help accelerate them. So while it's a stair step, and it does work kind of logically, like discover your network, then standardize and remediate, validate, the important point is we have to meet the customers where they're at. And we sit down with them, and if the pain point is audit, or if the pain point is OS upgrades, we can start at that point, address the pain point, establish a return on investment, and then build, land, and expand. In Claudia's opening keynote, she made a very important distinction. Sometimes people automate, you're driven to automate because of your own pain, right? Like, I'm done configuring the 100th router, I don't want to go to the 101st router, or whatever it is that you are, ultimately your own pain is driving your automation. But if you automate and you solve your own pain, but you don't actually correlate that to your company's use case and make a business case out of it, like for example, I don't want to keep automating Cisco iOS upgrades because it takes me an hour and a half per one, right? So my pain is I will automate it. But if I turn that into a business value, which is I'm helping eliminate CVEs and P-certs and vulnerabilities by automating upgrades, Now it's a business return. And we help, through our transformation model, we help talk with customers and understand the value, the business proposition, while at the same time saving that pain you're experiencing as a network engineer or automator. So moving on, when we get engaged with customers, historically, it has been the network engineering team, network engineers and operators. They design and architect networks. They understand security and compliance, they have capacity planning. So we engage with them, and our no-code app suite delivers immediate value. Generally, it's a good fit, and we support over 55 network operating systems natively. And we have integrations with really popular platforms out there like ServiceNow and NetBox and Splunk and others. So generally, it's a very good fit. We recorded a Packet Pushers episode on Monday, and Ethan was asking, since AutoCon has come about, what has really changed? Has anything changed? And what's changed is there's a new voice at the table. And that voice at the table is the automation builder. We chose that label kind of carefully because generally people, as a network engineer that starts scripting and coding, does not want to be called a developer, right? I'm not a developer. I've heard that statement many, many times. However, what we keep hearing at this conference is that you need to be able to start thinking in terms of development, in terms of software management and good code hygiene. And so that the automation builder who's now at the table says, do you have Git integration? Do you have an open data model? How do you integrate, and can I onboard my own APIs? They're asking questions to make sure a vendor platform is open and extensible. And so with that, that's why we're introducing the builder tools. So, Olivier?
I was trying to think about an analogy that I could use to describe what those builder tools are. And I thought a Batman suit, and I thought, nah, automation builders, they already wear a Batman suit. What this is the belt that goes with the suit. And starting with our Lab IDE, RDE is our framework at your fingertips. It allows you to build, test, deploy your own data models and your own networking business logic. It features our DAL layer that takes care about all the interaction with network devices, REST APIs, and so on. And it is, if you want to accelerate even faster, then you have our AI copilot that goes with it that helps you to design all this even faster. We have the Glue API. The Glue API that allows you to integrate, Gluware with your own favorite orchestrator, whether this is homegrown or whether this is a third-party one. Network RPA is a way for you to onboard your business processes. A quick example of how you would like to customize the whole collection of RPA tasks that we have. You're asking Gluware to be in charge of auditing and remediating, your failed audits. What if you would want your Ansible playbook to just, have a full report of that remediation and act accordingly? Then you could do that. You can create your own RPA task, with our IDE. And talking about Ansible, we already announced that the collection of plugins and modules that we have, you can fully include what Gluware does into your Ansible playbooks now. So this is something very huge for us. The Git integration, I said deploy. Git is one of the two means we have to publish, to deploy your models, to operations. And of course, with Git, whether this is config data, instance data, discovery data, you have ways to just push all that data to Git. We have the netbox integration. I'm gonna this is a two-way sync, granular, up down to the field. You can control exactly how you like this thing to happen. And last but not least, this is we start to enable VS Code to understand some of the Gluware constructs. So we're starting with an extension that allows you to build your data models and visualize them within VS Code. And the last thing that I want to just talk about is the deploy. When I say deploy, it's ways for builders to efficiently hand over this to operations. The framework, the Gluware frameworks allow also operations to give visibility of how it's happening, how good or not it's going to builders. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad or that it's broken and they need to fix something, but it can also be like that they can look at the performance, not performing the way they want. This is too slow, too fast, and they can act accordingly.
So if you can't democratize the automation you're building, meaning making it available to your teams and be able to hand it off, if you can't operationalize your automation, you're going to really limit the business value that you're delivering. So I want you to think about those two things, and that's why like a platform like Gluware can help you do that. So just in closing, in terms of action, just a reminder that we've launched Gluware Labs in our Community Edition. The free version of our app suite is available now with video training and a community. Coming up this summer, we're releasing the Community Edition of the Gluware Lab IDE and many other tools. So please check us out upstairs at the booth, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you.
I think there's an outro video. I don't know if I can have that. Walk-off music.